Pastor Jerry Eze has brought a prophecy forth that this time around it has cautioned the Ooni in different ways. Yes, Pastor Jerry Eze is one person we know that does not just come out to speak except it is very, very important. Yes, that is what we know Jerry Eze for. He is someone who does not just speak. He does not wake up every morning and said, okay, it's been a while. I've given Olori Naomi a prophecy. Let me drop one. Then no, 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 no. We know him for being someone who is very, very truthful. And once he doesn't hear from God, he keeps his mouth shut. And this time around, it is following up exactly when another prophecy came into the palace again. And then Pastor Jerry Eze coming out the same time to say something. It has sparked reaction for the Ooni. The Ooni is seriously concerned, and at the same time, he has taken up some steps. He said he will take action immediately. My people, so waiting don't happen. Pastor Jerry Eze don't reach out to the Ooni and Olori Naomi herself to tell them that it is better to listen than to later regret and say that, I wish I had listened. So in order for him not to regret at the end of the day, he should take precaution now that he still has a chance to, because later on he would ask that, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I yield to all the advice, prophecies, and every single thing that came my way when I still had a chance to? And he also made a statement concerning people fighting custody of President Ikawa. He said nobody should, that thought should not even cross anybody's mind pertaining living Tedenikawo with anyone. If Naomi cannot keep Tedenikawo, Naomi should quietly take Tedenikawo to her mother, which is in Akure, will gladly look after her. Or Naomi has Reverend Ronke Adejumo and Pastor Esther Ajayi, which can gladly look after that boy as she's going to Paris. So she should not even think about it. You see, this is the second person who is coming out to oppose Tobi Phillips and Ronke over Tedenikawo's custody as Naomi is about to go to Paris. Ooni's stepmother came out to reject them. In fact, she completely rebuked and condemned whatsoever it is they had in mind, that they could keep the boy, they would have him for a few days while Naomi stays in Paris. And right now, there's still another man of God who has come out to do what? To reject, completely condemn myth that it should not even be a thought that will cross anyone's mind at all. As Naomi is going, if she's not going with her son, she should take her to her mother, or she should look out for her spiritual advisors who can keep the boy until Naomi gets to return from Paris. My people right now know this one, it don't turn a serious thing, because this is the second person who is coming out to come tell the Ooni that it's better he takes precaution concerning Naomi's security rather than he regretting at the end of the day. Because Ronke constantly speaking about how she's not secured, how wherever she is they will accomplish whatsoever they want, whether she stays on the moon, she stays in the sky, wherever she is they will definitely do that which they feel they want to do. And in fact, they already have a plan, it's all been plotted out. I know all of those things have made their own need to make her sign an undertaking. But yeah, Pastor Tibatan said an undertaking is not enough. These women can go ahead and do whatever they want to do and will say she is the law, we'll face it. Rather they will just say, okay, they should serve like how many years in prison, they will serve those years, come out, they will live their life, and what, there is a huge loss which cannot be replaced. So it is better to take precaution than to, at the end of the day, regret that, why didn't I listen? That's exactly what Pastor Tibatan is saying. Now, whatsoever Pastor Jerry Eze has come out to say again, it is not far from what Pastor Tibatan has said, because he has said that what Ooni should heed to the advice, that he should heed to the advice that are coming out right now that he's hearing. By the time that his ears will become clustered, in fact, they will be choked with so much noises, he will not be able to hear whatsoever it is coming. He has already taken it into consideration, and we hope that the Ooni would actually do something about it right now that Pastor Jerry Eze has come out to speak, being one among the persons who have fought tirelessly that Naomi stays in her marriage. Yes, if we want to mention the success of Naomi's marriage, this man, his name would appear on the list, because he's one among the persons who have fought tirelessly. When Naomi was about leaving the palace, you could remember Pastor Jerry Eze, Reverend Esther Ajayi, Reverend Ronke Adejumo, all of them put together were the people who came together to make sure that she doesn't leave. Even when the Ooni came out to be angry with Reverend Ronke Adejumo, it was because she was one among the persons who stood her ground that Naomi does not leave the palace. So when he later got to know that Reverend Ronke knew that Naomi was actually living in that month of December, and he was not informed, nobody even bothered to tell him about it, he was so furious with Reverend Funke, but Reverend Funke had to come out and tell him that, he instructs people on their marriages. He sees that their marriages go so well, but he has no right to intrude into Olori Naomi's personal life, telling her that you are not going anywhere, you are staying, because at the end of the day, the Ooni will question me that why didn't you tell me? It is intruding into Naomi's personal marriage, into her personal life, not even the marriage again. She was definitely going into her personal life. And Naomi is someone who she have seen her grow from childhood to what she is right now, and whatsoever she will do, it will be for her own good and benefit. So when Naomi took the decision that, okay, I don't do again, I want to leave, the only thing she could do as a spiritual advisor was to pray for her and hope that God intervenes. And that was why Ooni being angry at her was not so much of a thing to her. She just came out to explain herself, and that was it. You will see how Reverend Esther Ajayi has always kept her space. When she wants to talk to Naomi, she comes into the palace, she will talk to her, advise her, go back. When there's a prophecy, she will spill it out. She will make sure Naomi hears it, the Ooni hears, so that they can take precaution about it. These are people who have fought tirelessly, yes, who have fought endlessly that this marriage works. Yes, this very marriage between the Ooni and Olori Naomi, it works. It stays healthy without nothing happening to it. And come today, we are very happy that Pastor Jerry is still one among the persons who are seen to it that nothing happens to Naomi now that she has returned back into the palace. Some days ago, just yesterday, we heard how Reverend Esther Ajayi came out to give her congratulating message, but she was waiting for her to settle down before she would give it. Let her not give it in the blues, and then she would hear that Naomi, when they visited, she left. She wanted her to really settle down in the palace before she would give it, and we heard how she gave her congratulatory messages yesterday, and it was all heartwarming. She said she was very proud at her. She feels very happy that now she has returned back into the palace to reclaim exactly what is hers. My people right now to just wait, see wetin go play out, because the Ooni himself have said he will take action concerning the words that have reached him from both Pastor Tibetan and Pastor Jerry Eze. So if you never subscribe, please subscribe, so that as soon as the gist they take drop, you go they follow get them first hand. As they drop, you go they get them.